He's with Bailey's Chimney Sweep and Pellet Stove Service. Taking calls at 474-2427. Good morning, you're on the air. Well, hello. I guess they didn't want to be on there. That leaves the phone line open, 474-2427. So let's talk a little bit about just chimney sweep in general. When should you get your chimney cleaned?
Well, a good rule of thumb is if you don't know when the last time it's been done, it's probably a good time to do it, if you anticipate using it.
Right.
You know, some people are like, well, I have a fireplace that I'm never going to use. Well, why spend the money?
Yeah.
That's the way I'd look at it.
Yeah.
You know, it's like fixing a car you're never going to drive.
Mm-hmm.
If you are never going to use it, don't worry about it.
Okay.
But if you do want to use it and you don't know when it's been done last, you just bought the house, you just moved into it, just whatever, a good idea to have it brushed out, have it cleaned,
Sure.
have it looked at.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if you're getting a lot of smoky startups, a lot of smoke coming into the room, good time to have it done. If you go out and you look up at your cap in your spark arrestor and you can't see through it,
You can't see daylight through
it's a
it.
very good idea.
Very good idea to get it cleaned.
That smoke has to come out. It's going to go somewhere.
It's going to go into your room.
And it doesn't care where it goes.
That's
It
right.
doesn't care if it goes in your room or up the chimney.
I want to talk more about this, but let's take this call. Good morning, you're on the air.
Hi, my name is Margaret, and I'm calling to congratulate Mr. Bailey.
Okay.
He did our chimney about 4 months ago on Roundup Road, log cabin, and he and his wife did a fabulous job.
Wonderful.
Harry was left spotless, so I'd be happy to recommend him to anybody.
All right.
Very good. Thank you, Margaret.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Nice call. Are these your relatives calling in?
It'd be a long-distance call if it was my relatives.
No, I'm joking.
No, we've had a lot, probably about 1,500 people we've worked for.
No kidding.
And just some really, really excellent people. And it always pays to do a good job.
Absolutely. No matter what you're doing.
No matter what.
Yeah.
It never pays to cut corners. Not ever.
That's right. 474-2427 is our phone number. Good morning. You're on the air.
Good morning. Hey, I am, Mike and Stephanie. How are you?
Hi, Stephanie. I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. Hey, I'm getting ready to head to our live remote over there at Hunter Auto.
Yeah.
Bill Bailey, also my chimney man. I got to give him a big shout out. He does a great job.
Absolutely. We're so glad to hear from you. So,
Stephanie's always a pleasure to work for.
yeah.
Thank you. But listen, I just want to ask this question, and then I'll hang up and listen to your answer.
Sure.
We were very blessed to receive a load of firewood. It was cottonwood, and I've never burnt it before, and so I'm curious, Bill, if you have any experience with that. It seems like really good wood, and I've heard good things about it, but if you have any thoughts on it, please let me know as a chimney guy.
Sure.
Thanks, you guys.
Thanks for your call.
Pretty much any wood you can burn if it's nicely cured. You know,
Yeah.
you don't want to burn any wood that's green, and people go, well, this wood is dry.
Yeah.
Which means it's not dripping, sopping wet.
Yeah, I mean,
You
it
know,
might be
it's
dry, but it's not seasoned.
You want it cured.
Yeah, cured or seasoned,
Yeah,
yeah.
because that you don't want to burn anything with a lot of moisture in it.
Nope.
And so, I mean, people burn, cottonwood and what was that one that grows kind of by the river bottoms? Not the sycamore.
Sycamore,
Yeah,
right.
Sycamore, they burn that. I
Yep.
get a lot of people that call me up and go, oh, I brought up a big giant load of mesquite.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, well, mesquite's kind of an oily, hard wood.
Yeah.
And you don't want to bank your stove full of that and torch it off for the first time.
Not at all.
So anything in moderation, I would go ahead and try it out. Pretty much any wood.
I know one, just as a wood burner myself and a person that used to get firewood for people, I know cottonwood is something that's really hard to split, almost impossible to split
Yeah,
that
it's
wood.
like elm or ash.
Yeah,
or
you just
something.
can't split it. But
Yeah,
so it's not the most desirable wood in the world, but
Yeah.
as long as it's seasoned, it's probably okay.
As long as it's seasoned, it's probably okay. You don't want to probably burn a lot of pine or real pitchy, sappy wood in an enclosed fireplace.
I know if it's real pitchy pine, it's great to get the fire going with that.
A little bit of it is going to really get the fire going good.
Yeah.
But in an enclosed fireplace or a wood stove with the gasket and the door closes nice and tight and you can damper it down, pine can really be your worst enemy.
Yeah, because it creates a lot of...
It's a lot of creosote.
Right.
And now, if pine is absolutely completely dry, bone dry,
Yeah.
and you're burning it quickly in an open fireplace, there's no
It's
problem.
fine, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. 474-2427, good morning, you're on the air. Oh, boy, I guess they didn't want to be on there. That leaves the phone line open. If you want to give us a call, ask questions about wood stoves or chimney sweeping or whatnot, you can do that by calling 474-2427. So, what's the best firewood in this area?
Probably like a good oak juniper mix.
Yeah.
Juniper is excellent wood.
Yeah.
It's kind of in the cedar family. It's a little bit oily, Now, that again, you want to make sure it's nicely cured, but it lights fast, it burns fast, it smells good.
It smells good. And there's two different kinds that we most commonly have in this area, which is the shaggy bark and the the alligator. Mm-hmm. And the alligator is much better than shaggy bark, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, I think that shaggy bark probably burns up a little quick.
Yeah, well, it's real ashy. It creates a lot of ash, where alligator doesn't create near as much ash.
Now, a lot of people have the oak juniper mix, where they get the fire going with the juniper, they get a little bit of coals, then they put the oak on it.
Ideally, that's the way to go, really.
Oak is a little hard to start a fire with.
Oh, yeah, you can't hardly, it's hard.
It's very, very hard.
Yeah.
But if there's already a good established fire going...
Throw a little oak in there, it's going to burn long and hot and just burn well. So,
Yeah.
So getting back to how often should a person clean their chimney? About once a year?
Yeah, and we try to keep our prices low and, do a good enough job so people will hire us once a year. Mm-hmm. If you do a shabby job or you overcharge, they're not going to hire you. So we want them to hire us. Mm-hmm. That's how we feed ourselves.
No, not everybody needs to have it. Like you were telling me off the air, somebody that's having maybe 4 or 5 fires a year.
Yeah, we get a lot of people who... they come up, they buy a place, they have the chimney swept, everything's clean, everything's good, and then they'll call us back the next year, which we definitely appreciate, but then to find out they've had 3 fires all year, and they just honestly don't need it.
Yeah, so you'll tell them that.
I love dirty chimneys.
Right.
Dirty.
And you like anyone else in the capitalist system, you like to make money too, but...
Yeah, I want the honest money.
Yeah, you're going to tell them, hey, you really don't need it.
Yeah, probably 20% of the jobs, we'll go there and, it's spotless. Mm-hmm. And it just honestly...
No, if you were unscrupulous, you'd go ahead and clean it anyhow.
You'd clean everyone.
Yeah.
And some of them just don't need it.
Yeah, so you'll tell them that.
Mm-hmm. But, and a lot of people would consider that a lost job. Mm-hmm. It isn't. Because when you tell them the truth, that they don't need it done, and you don't charge them, which I never do, if a brush doesn't go down your chimney, no money's going to change hands. Mm-hmm. So if it doesn't need it, it's not a lost job because they ask for cards and they know people.
Yeah, and they say, hey, this guy's honest.
I've had people that, they didn't need theirs done, so I told them the truth. We left as friends, and I've gotten 10 jobs from them.
See, there you go. So
instead of doing 1, I got 10.
Yep, nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with that. That's a good... Donald Trump don't even get that return.
No. We're taking calls here at 474-2427, and... So about once a year on the chimney cleaning, unless you're not using it that much. So again, if smoke comes into the room, there's something wrong. Yeah,
well, a lot of times it'll be cold, and you'll have an exposed brick or masonry fireplace, and smoke is lazy. It's going to want to go to areas that are already warm.
Right.
So when you come into your cabin, you turn the heat up, you get it up to 75, and then you go to get your fire going. The smoke's going to go up into that dense, cold air of that chimney and go, oh, no, it's way warmer inside the house. Let's go in there.
Yeah.
So the smoke comes out into the room.
Yep.
That's why when you first go in and the whole place is uniformly cold, it's good to start a small, low fire first to heat that flue up, establish that column of warm air rising, and then go about.
Well, I have a habit. I have, in addition to my pellet stove, I have a fireplace in my home. And I have a habit of, in the morning, if I'm going to use the fireplace, I will build my fire, and I like to use the chimney method of building a fire myself, which you put 2 pieces of wood down, you put some newspaper in there, lay some kindling across, and then you make a little log house chimney, and that's to me that's the best way to go. Yeah. But anyhow, what I'll do is I'll get that little thing built, but then I'll take a piece of newspaper, I'll light that and hold it up in the flue.
That's right.
And,
Yeah.
and that way you're heating that flue with that newspaper burning, and then you light your fire.
Establishing that column of warm rising air.
Yeah, and then-
a lot of fireplace sets will have those little log grabbers.
Yeah.
Those are good. Munch up some, newspaper, whatever. Put it in those tongs.
Mm-hmm.
Like
That's a good idea.
And hold that up
there
in
you go. I never thought about
Yeah,
that.
so
That's even
use your
better.
fireplace tools.
Yeah, there you go, because I just use my hand. Well, that's a good idea. Then you drop it before it burns down
Yeah,
your hand, of
and
course.
or you can use that once, to
light
stick under the kindle.
Yeah,
when
so,
it's down burned low.
Yeah, so that's one way to go. But, once again, if you'd like to call and join the conversation, 474-2427.
What's bugging you? I know what's bugging me. It's those